Everyone's the Winter Movie Critic, and today we're starting movie reviews. Yay! And we have to kick it off with Suicide Squad. Now, this is a non-spoiler review. I will upload a spoiler review tomorrow. Okay, maybe not tomorrow because I'm kind of busy. Friday. You will get a non-spoiler review by Friday because Thursday I'll be way too busy because I got Rogue One. Ugh. But then again, Darth Vader. Alright. So, here are a common question about this movie. Is this film good? Yes. It's pretty good. I wouldn't say it's the best superhero villain film of all time. I would not say this beats Guardians of the Galaxy. But it's damn right close. It's such a great film, honestly. Second question, is it better than Batman v Superman? Hell yes! Did you actually expect this film to be worse than that film? Ugh. No, of course it's better than Batman v Superman. That's obvious. It's also way better than Man of Steel. Because Man of Steel had snapping necks. But yeah. Alright, now my impressions of the characters. First off, we gotta start with my baby, Harley. Harley is great in this film. She was casted well. Margaret Robbie not only just was like, you know what I could bring to this world? I could bring some more spice to it. And more like fandom. She was great. She was badass. You felt for her when she was abused by Joker. You wanted to cry for her when you wanted to cry for her. And she's just a great character overall. She was great. Margaret Robbie was goddamn great. This is probably her best role since Wolf of Wall Street. And I hope to see her more Harley Quinn. Maybe a solo or a spin-off or something with Joker or her in the Batman film. But I really want to see more Harley Quinn. And this film needs a sequel. And yeah. So first off, anything I hate of her? Well, she told way too many goddamn jokes. Now listen, all of them were funny, and they landed. Suicide Squad isn't supposed to be a movie full of jokes and jokes and jokes. She was like joking around. She was serious at one point, but it made sense why she was serious. But most of the time she was just joking around. But then again, I like the joke, so that's not really a complaint. That's just, I hope they don't flush that out, like make her a class clown, because she's not supposed to be a joke. She's supposed to be a character you feel for. But yeah, overall, her action. Wow, her action was amazing. Whew! Her smashing people and shooting them with guns and bats was awesome. I really loved when she, went after and nope, I'm not gonna reveal that. When she went after Enchantress's bad guy, she just smashing heads straight and forward. It was just great. That elevator scene especially. You will know how Harley Quinn badass scenes can be when she freaking flips on the elevator, smashes the guy's head, and just blows her head because she's flawless. Chemistry. She had great chemistry with the Joker. I think they had perfect chemistry, in my opinion. I'll talk about the Joker later, but she had great chemistry with the Joker, and I'm actually really excited to see where her chemistry is gonna go. As for Deadshot, great chemistry. Really, really great chemistry. They went along like peanut butter and damn jelly. They went along perfectly. I really love their chemistry. I hope we get a spin-off movie of those two. Hell, Harley should be in every DC film. Just Harley, and everyone. The costume. Now, obviously, it wasn't going to be the classic costume. But otherwise, this costume is damn great. I love her hair. Her hair is perfect. That's how she's supposed to look. Blonde, but with a little color. Just like she was black, but with a little red. The makeup on her face was gorgeous, as Will Smith said, Dollface, stay evil. And she is pretty evil in this film. Don't get me wrong. Her t-shirt, I love that. It says Daddy's Little Monster, as it's referring to Joker. I would want to cosplay as that. And let's see. Oh yeah, the bat which says good night. Yeah, I love that they showed that. That was great. That was great that they showed that. Showed that bat. Yeah, the bat. As you can see here, this is how she looks. She looks great. I love the jacket, love the pants, love her shoes. Her shoes and her tats are great. I really love it. I love this. This is definitely something worth cosplaying for. And yes, I want to see her in more films. I want to see her in more Suicide Squad films, and I hope this isn't the last time we see her, because she's a damn good character. Now, second up, Deadshot. Deadshot was a huge surprise for me. I thought Deadshot would be just like a character, like a cliche leader, but no. He actually had a backstory in this one. I'm not going to spoil what the backstory is, but until my spoiler review. But yeah, he had a great backstory once you think about it. And it's such great. He's like a great damn character that you can follow, and it's perfect to lead the Suicide Squad, even though Harley Quinn can easily lead it, even though she's crazy. And yeah, he's a very bad guy. As you can see by Deadshot, he has 100% accuracy. And he's just damn great. Will Smith as Deadshot, perfect. Just a perfect choice in general. I know him as a one-liner man, but even his one-liners, there's some that sound so cheesy, were so damn funny. Joker and Harley are just funny together. It's like great. And yeah, and the costume, I didn't really like the mask. The mask was a little too bright for me, but when I saw him put it on, I was just like, oh yeah, that looks pretty cool. I would wear that. It looks nice, but I would have went with like a darker mask, not like bright white. The retcon feature on his eye, that looked cool. That I would love to put on my eye. Just be like, retcon feature. I don't think. There we go. We can do the ground. It's really cool. It helps him with accuracy. See, he can't accuracy on his own. He has to be cheating with this thing. But yeah, that thing looks cool. His armor looked really cool. It was like wrist mount. No, not wrist mount. It was like orange. It was pretty much Deathstroke. It was pretty much copying Deathstroke. Deathstroke was to come in Suicide Squad. He'd be like, what? His armory. He can shoot any weapon, which I really like. Because he can shoot an assault rifle, he can shoot a gun on his hand, he can shoot grenades, bazookas, anything you give Deadshot, he will shoot it. He can shoot snipers, anything. And him just mowing down bad guys was perfect. And now the action. He had one of the best action scenes in the whole film. I'm not going to spoil it for you. You got to wait till Friday for that. But still, that action scene was amazing. All his action scenes was just mowing enemies. Was just so good. You could see the bullets falling. All of them hitting the bad guys. Which was awesome. And yeah, and I should have done this with Harley, but how evil are they? Harley Quinn, I'd say, is very evil. I mean, first off, she goes on this chasing, as you know, with Batman. This isn't really a spoiler because it was basically in the trailer. And she freaking tries to shoot Batman on the hood of a car. And she doesn't realize that she's going out of a bridge. And other than that, she's just psychotic. Her origin story is really found well. Same with Deadshot. Pretty much most of the origin stories are great. And I really liked Deadshot's chemistry with Harley was perfect. I'd have to say they're 10 out of 10. Both very evil, and you don't want to mess with them. And the way that Amanda Waller met up with Deadshot just came up with one of the funniest scenes for a meet-up villain film. And he's just great. so sad in the beginning that they were treating him like crap, and he's just like, "What up, bitches? My team of homies means killing people, mowing down bad guys." And then the person was like, "Okay, stop stealing your fun." Alright, next up is El Diablo. This has to be the character that you're going to cry a lot for. Not just like cry like, "Oh my god," a little bit. You will feel bad after you watch this film. I'm not gonna spoil anything because you would be pissed if I spoiled it. But the way he, like, his firepower, he's not a bad guy. He's just deemed as a bad guy, but actually doesn't want to kill people. I'm not gonna say why, but he's just, and as a bad guy, he barely uses firepower. But once he gets pissed, you don't wanna mess with him. He will fuck you up and burn the shit out of you. The chemistry he had with the cast just made me cry, and I really hope he comes back because I really liked him a lot. Alright, next up, Captain Boomerang. Now, as you know, there was a Flash cameo, and guess what? Never mind. Spoiler! Not gonna talk about that. Alright, Captain Boomerang played by Jai Courtney. This is Jai Courtney's best role in a while, and I actually really liked him, and I really liked that he throws boomerangs. His chemistry with Katana was goddamn perfect. His, like, Irish accent was great. And then it just sort of Slipknot. Okay, this isn't really a spoiler because you all know it was gonna happen. Actually, no, I have to talk about Slipknot, unfortunately. Ugh, whatever. But yeah, his best friend is just like, I got this plan, I think it'll work. I'll talk to you about it with Slipknot because you know it's obvious what's gonna happen. But yeah, I love that he carried like a pink unicorn. Like, I carry like a pink monkey around me. I do have a fetish for plushies anyway. But it's really cool to see him like in this film, even though he's such an underrated squad member. But I just love Jai Courtney. Alright, next up is Killer Croc. Killer Croc has to be one of the funniest characters in the movie. Along with Jai Courtney, Captain Boomerang, he was funny. And I really thought that they would drag out a story of like, he's different. Different is bad. And he's like, I'm beautiful. And I was just laughing the whole time. Him eating people was awesome. Him in the action scenes with Captain Boomerang just like slicing people's heads up was awesome. He had like the best action scenes along with El Diablo, just burning most of enemies. He was one of my favorites. I actually really liked him a lot. But him just stripping down kind of made me a little queasy because I was just like, okay. But him just like laughing or like saying, oh, I'm beautiful. I want this guy a lot more in the sequel. And I want them to show the story that like, he's different, but he's beautiful. He likes it. Alright, next up is Katana. Katana isn't really a squad member. She's protector of Rick Flag, who's the squad leader, supposedly. Even though that's Deadshot. But yeah, she was great. I really love that they got a Japanese actress for this. I hate when films like whitewash people. Okay, Doctor Strange, fine, you can do that. Ghost in the Shell, fine, you can do that. But like, a film, Matt Damon in a Japanese film, what? No, don't whitewash roles. It just makes no sense. I love that she was speaking Japanese where she's just like, criminals don't deserve military. She was like, gomenanai, and she's just slashing people with swords. And her story is tragic. Once you hear about it, you would want to cry for her. It's just goddamn tragic, and it's sad. I really liked her, though. I hope we see her in upcoming Suicide Squad films. Next up is Amanda Waller. Amanda Waller is a bad bitch. You do not want to fuck with her. And Viola Davis played that role so damn well. I wish they gave a goddamn Oscar for most badass bitch in the movie. But yeah, she was so great. She was just like, squad, like, you kill Rick Flag, I'm gonna kill all of you sons of bitches. And people thought she was dead at first, and she's just like, what up, bitches? I'm not dead. And she just like knows how to manipulate people. Now, we had Amanda Waller previously in Green Lantern, and let's see how that turned out. Oh yeah, flop. This Amanda Waller just kicked her ass out of the water. And her manipulating Rick Flag, manipulating Enchantress, Harley, Deadshot. I like how she was just like not afraid of Deadshot, even though he had guns pointed at her. She's a badass bitch, and I can't wait to see her in more films. She's a great leader, by the way. Next up is Rick Flag, and honestly, I don't get why he's leader. Usually in Suicide Squad, it's either Deadshot or Harley. But I guess this time, we need someone that's like Chris Pratt. No, don't get me wrong, his backstory is goddamn tragic, and you would want to cry a lot after it. But it doesn't like convey you as the leader. He's supposed to be the leader. Hell, even Amanda Waller calls her the leader, but he doesn't show it. He's literally just like, hey, I'm the leader. Hey, Deadshot, shoot these bad guys for me. I mean, he does some action, and hell, he capture it because his boyfriend, girlfriend material, not gonna spoil anymore, but still. It's really cool the scenes he has with Deadshot. He's just like, oh, why are we having these villains? And I'm just like, villains are awesome. Deal with it. He's the one I really didn't like. Next up is Enchantress. And everyone's just like, oh, it's a witch. We hate her. Oh my god. First of all, let me tell you something. Man of Steel's villain was okay, even though he got killed way too easily. Batman v Superman, Lex Luthor was psychotic as fuck. But I hated damn Doomsday, which pulled the film down for me. First off, Enchantress isn't fucking bad! Her motivations make sense! Freaking Rick Flag cares more about fucking Suicide Squad than her! June Moore was great, don't get me wrong. Cara Delevingne played her perfectly. But when it came to Enchantress, her plot made sense. It made sense that humans like machines more to her. I would get why she rebelled. And she didn't build a goddamn portal! It was her magic power. And they're like, why is she doing this? And I'm just like, that's how she gets the power. And she kisses soldiers for her power. She's a damn great villain. One of my favorites so far. Alright, next up is Joker. And let me tell you, he had just enough screen time. I love him over Nicholson. I do not like him over Ledger or Hamill, but a hell of a lot love him over Cesar Ramon and freaking Nicholson. Those two suck. But yeah, I really love his Joker. He was psychotic as fuck. I mean, hell, if you wanted to mess with him, he would blow your ass straight out. He would push you into an acid tank. He would fucking drive his car off the fucking bridge. If you don't think that's insane, you got problem. And the scene he had with Harley was perfect, but the way they cut it was but still, it made sense. It was an abusive relationship. People said, they're lovey-dovey, they're not abusive. Hell, he takes her to a torture chamber and fucking electrifies her. How much torture do you want? Alright, next up is, how many people have we covered? I'll have to say Batman. Alright, next up is Batman, and Batman doesn't really appear that much in the film. He literally appears in a cameo and one other scene I'm not going to tell you about. But yeah, Batman does a really great job here. He's just there for flashbacks. I'm not going to say, well, Harley. It's obvious he's in the Harley one, but he's in more than just Harley. But yeah, the way he saved Harley, and Harley was just like, I'ma kill this motherfucker. She's crazy as fuck, and I just love Harley because of that. But Batman was goddamn awesome. I really love. I'm not gonna tell you, but the scene he has with Deadshot is one of my goddamn favorites. Like just like the scene Joker has with Harley, and gangsters playing in the background is really cool. And yeah, I really can't wait to see him in more film. And I really like that he hates the Suicide Squad. It makes sense. I mean, villains. Next up is Slipknot, aka he's dead. Literally, he has one line of dialogue, and then he's dead. He's gone. He's nowhere to be seen. He literally, Captain Boomer was just like, go die for me, and then he's just dead. It was a stupid death. This is a stupid way he got, and he's getting paid for this. Oh my goodness. All right, next up, soundtrack. First off, he thinks it's goddamn awesome. Freaking Sucker for Pain is amazing. Purple Lamborghini is my favorite because Skrillex and Rick Ross making a song fucking sign me up for this. And yeah, I love that Gangsta played in that acid scene, because I could not see he's just there, oh my brother, he's a push. That would just make no sense. But yeah, the way they cut this song was great. It felt like Guardians of the Galaxy, and honestly, alright, next up is Does It Deserve... But yeah, Suicide Squad is a brilliant song. Next up, Does It Deserve All the Hate from the critics? Hell no! The critics are underjudging this film. They want it to be critical. They want it to be beautiful. When it's just supposed to be a fun, action, funny flick. They can't get that through their heads. They have to be like, oh, the plot sucked. The villain sucked. This film's worth the Fantastic Four. Okay, whoever said that film was worth this for, I'm gonna fucking slap you. A 9% film is worse than a 35% film. But yeah, Rotten Tomatoes just makes me feel like they're all Marvel fanboys, and that's not funny. This film was great. I do not understand all this hate because of a bad plot. Villain sucks. Worst film I've ever seen. Okay, there are worser films than this. Please don't commit suicide after watching Suicide Squad. Alright, next up, The Cut. Now, here's a story long ago. David Ayer wanted to make an R-rated Suicide Squad. Now, how fucking awesome would that have been? Oh, wait, they can't do it because Warner Brothers are pussies, and they wouldn't freaking let them. So they're just like, what should we do? Oh, I know! We should interview at the last second, cut everything out and fucking place it. If some things made sense, like the intros to the villains. We didn't need a whole lot of screen time. Like Killer Croc's like story about how deformed. Even though I would love that, it just wouldn't have made sense. And honestly, the cut was fine. It was way better than Batman v Superman Steel Cut. Am I right? Yeah. This is the best film on DCU so far. Wonder Woman's gonna kick its ass though, so maybe it'll be second best really soon. But yeah, really don't like how Warner Brothers cut this. And next up is the box office. And now, as you can tell, this film broke Guardians of the Galaxy. It like smashed it with Harley Quinn's bats. Just kept smashing and smashing. And now they're saying it's gonna drop like Batman v Superman. Number one, this isn't like Batman v Superman. This isn't a bad film. Number two, Batman v Superman was bad. And I don't mean just like, okay, bad. It was bad. Like, I would not want to see it again. Other than Ben Affleck and freaking Gal Gadot, they fucking... And okay, I'll give it to Jesse Eisenberg. He kills every scene he's in. But other than that... And number three, the hate is so Marvel fanboyish. And number four, I hope it doesn't drop. And number five, I really want a Suicide Squad 2. Stop trying to kill movies that have potential to be franchises like this one. Don't make this movie commit suicide. Alright, next up is what the sequel should be like. Alright, what the sequel should be like is pretty much this. New members. By that, I mean Poison Ivy, Black Manta, freaking Killer Frost, Deathstroke. Okay, Deathstroke shouldn't be in because Deadshot, but somewhere around that. No, we should do a soundtrack again. Overall, I like the soundtrack. I like Panic at the Disco. It's a damn great soundtrack. I would really love to hear another one like this for the sequel. I would give it, and Heathens is like one of my favorite 21 Pilot songs. Panic at the Disco's Bohemian Rhapsody is actually a decent cover. Just as Walk the Moon surprised us with Ghostbusters. And Sucker for Pain, damn great collaboration. Overall, I give that album 8 out of 10. Must buy. And then next up, sequel. Does this film need a sequel? Hell fucking yes! This film definitely needs a sequel. It deserves a sequel after this opening. So I hope it reaches that 750. Hell, I would even love it if it reaches 1 billion. I would love that. I don't want it to drop like Batman v Superman, where it's just like, crash. No. I want this film to have legs and move around. and I've actually really liked this film, and I hope that all the members, the ones that aren't dead, I'll tell you more about that in my spoiler review, to come back, especially Margaret Robbie. She was damn good. Margaret Robbie and Will Smith dead. No, I'll say this: Margaret Robbie, Will Smith, Jai Courtney, and the guy who played Killer Croc, and the guy who played El Diablo, and the girl who played Katana, and the man and Viola Davis all need to come back for the sequel, because I can't see anything without that. And my overall rating. First off, this is the best film in the DCU on a long shot. This is a greatly edited, shotted film that David Ayer, it's probably one of David Ayer, hell, it probably is his best film work. He should make more blockbusters. I really love the cast, especially Harley Quinn, because Harley Quinn is back. Poster is awesome. And Amanda Waller is great. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Deadshot was great too. I had to say the whole cast was great. They weren't wasted. The reviews were so damn biased. They were just Marvel fanboys nitpicking a fun action film like Deadpool. Overall, I'd give this film an 8 out of 10. I would have gave it a 9 if it didn't have an okay villain, no, keep talking. If it didn't have an okay villain, and if it wasn't poorly edited. So yeah, I'm Legend Movie Critic. Stay legendary, viewers. Bye. And that was my Suicide Squad review. As always, see you next time, and get ready for Rogue One. Darth Vader is coming, and I'm way more excited for Wonder Woman and Justice League, and hell, any of DC's film after this. Alright, see you guys. Bye.